Everything's changing in Chicago, and what I just found out is gonna blow your mind. A veteran Pro Bowler might be headed our way. Our star cornerback just got ranked among the national elite, and the front office finally broke the silence on all the drama around our quarterback. 3 explosive stories that could shape our 2025. Stick around, because this is just getting started and every second matters. The Bears are being mentioned as a potential destination for Nick Chubb. And let me tell you this could be the smartest move Ryan Poles makes this year. But before you jump to conclusions, let me explain exactly why this opportunity is pure gold for our franchise. Chubb, at 29 years old, is coming off a devastating knee injury he suffered in September 2023. It was one of those injuries that make you question if a running back can ever be the same. But when we're talking about an athlete who has accumulated over 6,500 rushing yards in his career, with an average of 5.3 yards per carry, are we really going to doubt his capacity to bounce back? Jeremy Fowler from ESPN was absolutely clear in his report. He doesn't expect Chubb to return to Cleveland, and he specifically mentioned Chicago and Washington as potential landing spots. But here's the difference. We have something Washington doesn't. An offensive coordinator in Ben Johnson who knows exactly how to utilize multiple running backs in his system. Let's analyze the numbers. Chubb is a 4-time Pro Bowler, was Andorism a second-team All-Pro selection, and since entering the league in 2018, he has only had 1 season below 1,000 rushing yards when he was healthy. His best season was in 2019, with 1,494 yards and 8 touchdowns. Do you know what having that consistency in the backfield means? I believe this makes a lot of sense from multiple perspectives. First, we have DeAndre Swift, who was close to 1,000 yards last season with 1,003 rushing yards, but Swift is more of a speed and receiving back. Chubb is the hammer between the tackles. He's the runner you need on 3rd and short, when you need to control the clock, when you need to impose your physical will against tired defenses. The combination would be perfect. Swift for the speed, plays on the outside and in passing situations. Chubb for the power between the tackles and in the red zone. Can you imagine defenses trying to prepare for 2 completely different running styles? It's a defensive nightmare. But there's more. Rashawn Johnson has shown flashes, but he's still a work in progress. Kyle Monangai, our 7th round pick, needs time to develop. What if we need that veteran experience in the playoffs? What if we need someone who knows what it's like to carry the ball 25 times in January when the temperature is below 0? And here's the most important factor. Chubb isn't just a running back, he's a leader. In Cleveland, he was the heart of that offense. He was the player who defined the culture of hard work and physical mentality. Isn't that exactly what we need in our room of young running backs? The financial aspect also makes sense. Chubb is coming off a significant injury. He's not going to command the massive salary he might have expected 2 years ago. For a team like ours that still has salary cap space, we could get tremendous value for relatively little money. I ask you, wouldn't it be perfect to have a 4-time Pro Bowler teaching our young backs how to prepare, how to study film, how to maintain their bodies during a 17-game season? Experience can't be taught, it has to be lived, and Chubb has that experience in spades. Ben Johnson has already proven in Detroit he knows how to utilize multiple backs. He had David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs working in perfect harmony there. Now imagine what he could do with Swift and Chubb. It's a combination that could dominate any kind of defense we face. Jaylon Johnson has just been ranked as the 4th best cornerback in the entire NFL, according to Pro Football Focus. And let me ask you, is anyone really surprised? But what excites me most isn't just the current numbers, it's what this means for the future of our defense under Dennis Allen. Let's get into the concrete data. Johnson led the league in coverage during 2023 with a grade of 90.4, according to PFF. That's not just an impressive number, it's a historic number. To put this in perspective, only a handful of cornerbacks have managed coverage grades above 90 in the last 5 years. Now, 2024 was a year of adjustments for Johnson. His grade dropped to 74.2, and he allowed more yards and more receptions than the previous year. Critics might see that as regression, but I see something completely different. I see a cornerback who was playing in a dysfunctional defensive system under Matt Eberflus. without adequate support from his fellow secondary members. But here's the key. His advanced metrics kept him in elite territory, ranking him third in advanced coverage grade. Do you know what that means? It means Johnson was doing his job correctly, but the system around him wasn't working. It was like having a violin virtuoso playing in a detuned orchestra. Let's talk about the historical context. Johnson was selected with the 50th pick in 2020, a selection many questioned at the time. As a rookie, he made an immediate impact with 44 tackles and 15 passes defended, an extraordinary number for a rookie cornerback. In his second year, he recorded his first interception while amassing 46 tackles and 9 passes defended. The 2022 season was tough. A quad injury and a fracture in his ring finger limited him to just 11 games. But here's where Johnson's character shows. Instead of letting injuries define his career, he came back with a vengeance. 2023 was his breakout year. His first Pro Bowl season included 36 tackles, 10 passes defended, and a career high of 4 interceptions. Those numbers don't lie. Johnson had reached the elite, and in 2024, despite systemic challenges, he recorded 53 tackles, 9 passes defended, and 2 interceptions. But what really excites me is the financial aspect. Johnson is signed for 4 years and $76 million, with an annual average of $19 million. When they signed that contract, some thought it was risky. Now, after extensions like Derek Stingley Jr.'s and J.C. Horn's, Johnson looks like an absolute steal. With $19 million annually, Johnson is ranked as the 13th highest paid cornerback in the league, but his performance is top 5. How is it possible that we have so much talent for so little money? It's the type of salary cap efficiency that allows teams to build deep and competitive rosters. Now comes the most exciting part. Dennis Allen as defensive coordinator. Allen has a proven track record of maximizing talent in the second. In New Orleans, he turned average cornerbacks into productive players. Can you imagine what he can do with someone who is already elite like Johnson? Allen is known for his aggressive pressure schemes and for putting cornerbacks in positions to succeed. With Johnson anchoring one side of the field, Allen can be more creative with his blitzes, rotate coverages, and do things that Eberflus never had the guts to attempt. And let's talk about the division. Johnson is now ranked above Green Bay's Jaire Alexander. Yes, you read that right. Our cornerback is officially recognized as superior to the elite cornerback of the Packers. That's not just a statistic victory. It's a declaration that the power dynamic in the NFC North is changing. Johnson's coverage allows the rest of the secondary to function better. Kyler Gordon, who just became the highest paid slot cornerback in the league, can focus on his strengths without worrying about extra help. Tyreek Stevenson has the chance to redeem himself playing alongside a true professional. I'm telling you, with Dennis Allen designing the defense and Johnson executing at the highest level, our secondary is going to be a serious problem for any quarterback who faces us. We're not just talking about a good cornerback. We're talking about a player who can change entire game plans of the opposing team. Jason Lieser, Bears insider with direct access to the organization, has just revealed something that will silence all the critics once and for all. Management has never, I repeat, never had any doubts about Caleb Williams' work ethic. This information is not speculation. It's not a rumor. It's the direct truth from inside Hallas Hall. But before you think this is just team propaganda, let me explain why this revelation is absolutely crucial for understanding the future of our franchise. Lieser was unequivocal in his statement on 670. The score. No one in that building or who has been around Caleb Williams thinks he's lazy or complacent in any way. Did you hear that? No one. Not Ryan Poles, not Matt Eberflus when he was here, not Ben Johnson now, nor any coach who has worked directly with Williams. So, where did all those criticisms about his attitude and work ethic come from? Lieser explained it perfectly. I think he lacked people who could really show him the job. The problem wasn't Williams. It was the system surrounding him. Let's be honest about what happened in 2024. Matt Eberflus and his coaching staff failed miserably in developing Williams as a rookie quarterback. And according to Lieser, The problem was, they didn't treat Williams as the rookie he was. They didn't give him the structure, guidance, and intensive coaching a first-year quarterback needs to succeed in the NFL. Let's think about this logically. Williams arrived as the #1 overall pick after winning the Heisman Trophy at USC. He was considered the most talented quarterback prospect in years. Do we really think he reached the NFL without a work ethic? That his entire successful college career was just a fluke? The reality is, Williams needed better coaching, not more criticism. And the numbers from the second half of the 2024 season prove it. After Eberflus and Shane Waldron were fired, Williams began to show exactly why he was the #1 pick. He broke multiple Bears rookie records. He threw for more yards than any rookie quarterback in the history of the team. He showed the ability to make plays under pressure that we hadn't seen in Chicago in decades. And all this happened once he had better coaching and a system that actually worked. Ben Johnson, our new head coach, understands this completely. Johnson has experience developing young quarterbacks. He saw firsthand how Jared Goff transformed under proper coaching. He knows the raw talent of Williams is special, but also knows it needs to be properly developed. And here's the part that excites me most. Williams is entering his second season with a coaching staff that truly believes in him and knows how to maximize his potential. No more conservative systems that limit his playmaking ability. No more play calling that doesn't take advantage of his unique strengths. Johnson has designed offenses that made good quarterbacks look great. Can you imagine what he can do with a generational talent like Williams? We're talking about a quarterback who has the arm to make any throw on the field, the mobility to extend plays, and the intelligence to read complex defenses. Critics are always going to criticize, but the facts are these. Williams improved dramatically once he had better coaching. The organization that works with him every day has never doubted his work ethic, and now he has the best coaching staff he's had in his professional career. Leeser also mentioned that Williams needs to be prepared to be coached hard during the mandatory minicamp that starts this week. That's not criticism. It's exactly what we want to hear. We want a coaching staff that challenges Williams, that pushes him to be better, that doesn't treat him with kid gloves. And let's talk about the tools Williams has now. An improved offensive line that will give him more time in the pocket. DeAndre Swift in the backfield to open up the running game. DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, and Rome Odunze as receivers. A group of offensive weapons that can compete with any team in the league. With all these pieces in place and the proper coaching, Williams has the opportunity to become the first Bears quarterback to throw for 4,000 yards in a season. That's not just a statistic. It would be a historic moment for our franchise. I ask you, isn't it time we stop doubting and start supporting? This kid is 22 years old, possesses all the talent in the world, and now finally has the system and coaching to succeed. The management that sees him work every day believes in him completely. Shouldn't we do the same? Williams represents the future of this franchise. With the full backing of the organization and the right coaching staff, 2025 could be the year we finally find our franchise quarterback. No more doubts, no more speculations. It's time to see Caleb Williams reach his full potential. What do you think about the possible arrival of Nick Chubb? Do you think he would perfectly complement our backfield with Swift, or would you rather bet entirely on the youth with Roshan Johnson and Monangai? Does Johnson's recognition as the fourth best cornerback in the league confirm that we have the best secondary in the NFC North? And what do you think about the full management support of Williams? Was it time someone stood up for our quarterback of the future against all those unfair criticisms? These are the questions that define our future as a franchise. But I can't answer them alone. I need you, the true blue and orange blood of Chicago, to help me analyze every move, every decision, every play that brings us closer to the title. We so deserve. If you want to keep receiving the most exclusive Bears news, if you want to be part of this family that lives and breathes Chicago football, then it's time you subscribe to the channel. We're not just a news channel. We're a community united by our passion for our team. We're family, and families support each other. Give a like to this video if you believe that 2025 will be our year. Subscribe if you're a true Bears fan, and tell me in the comments which news impacted you the most. Was it the possibility of Chubb, Johnson's recognition, or the support for Williams? I want to know what you think. See you in the next video with more exclusive news about our Chicago Bears. Bear down, family.